What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode here on AscendMC.net on the Skyblock realm. And in today's episode, we finally make a mob farm. So since last episode, it's probably been about half an hour-ish. Start of the world, we got a lot to do. We've got to make sure we stay at number 1. So we added like 4 more layers. We almost doubled in size, and IS top is now a command, and we are currently number 2. Don't know how we got 53,000, but we got 53,000 and we're placing number 2. Now island 1 is 1.6 mil. We got a long way to go, and we got to make sure we stay up there. So in the first episode, we did a bit of farming, we went in the caves and just did a bunch of stuff. This episode, we're going to be getting our spawners down so we can start generating some money. So on this side, I end up doing all my crops. I want the mobs to be on the other side. Now I know I'm not gonna be like, whilst I'm farming, the mobs won't be dying. That's the only problem. But I don't just want to keep expanding this down. I also want to add extra layers, so I don't know how much space to give it. So maybe what we can try and do is figure that out. So if I grab myself some dirt, we're just going to use this as our temporary block for now. And yeah, let's think about this. Should we put it over by the edge maybe? No, we're going to put it in the middle. So let's actually find the middle of this, because whilst we wait for these things to grow, I could be like hitting mobs. So if we find the middle, then it should be like a fair amount for all the crops to grow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is actually in this chunk, just not where we currently have it. We're not far off though. 1 block. That's it. So should we have it down here? Yes. So down here, we'll do this chunk here, and then we still get that space. We got like 4 there, we got another 4 there, another 4 there, another 4 there. Still plenty of space to work with. So what we want to do is bring it over here. Let's say in the middle of this chunk. So where would that be? That'd be here. That'd be these 2. So what we want is blazes first. Blazes are going to be the ones that we actually swing at. So whilst we're over here, we're just going to be swinging at the blazes' feet, and that should help us a lot. So let's go into blocks, and let's see what we can actually work with. Now I'm thinking maybe we just go with like just, we don't need to make it look too fancy, but I don't want it to look ugly either. Maybe we just do our quartz. Just simple, something nice and clean. Get down some quartz. Then maybe like a black accent block. We could do some, I don't like the texture of wool. We could do deep slate tiles maybe. We'll go with a polished deep slate. So let's just raise this up. Oh, these are quartz brick. So because this is quartz brick, we're actually going to go with the polished blackstone brick, just to keep the same texture. And we can actually throw these out. Oh, that noise scared me. So let's build this up, maybe about here. So say we put a floor right there. So this is where the slabs are going to be. So let me just make this right here. So this is where they're going to drop down into. So we have them drop down into here, land on some slabs if we can actually craft it. Can we craft? No, I didn't think we could do quartz brick slabs. So if we go into a shop, let's just try find some. Yeah, right here. We got some quartz slabs. Let's throw them down. Now here, we don't need it too big. We're gonna raise it up a bit actually, just so we can give ourselves a bit of headroom. So let's do that. Should be fine. And now blazes, they can spawn in the air. So we don't have to worry about all this, like getting a block for it to spawn on and whatnot. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bring it up on the 8th. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now this should be the edge. Now we want it going from the corner. So I know for a fact that it might not actually reach from the corner. So let's do this. Let's grab myself a bucket of water if we go to miscellaneous. And it is always raining on my island, people. Like, seriously. I need to stop. So we'll place that water down there. And yeah. That just got rid of my bucket. Nice. Let me give myself a few buckets because they just like to disappear on me. And maybe if we say about there. No, see, look, now it's doing the thing where it just goes in whatever direction it wants. Okay, and just like that, we got it figured out. If we just went 4 blocks in every single direction. Now the only problem is, I don't know if I should put a roof in it or not. So let's see if it actually works. So let's go to shop. Let's get ourselves some spawners. Let's find blazers right here. So let's say, how much is a stack of them actually? 19 million. I mean, sure, we'll get some of them. And we're just going to place a 1 for now. Because when you place one and then you end up breaking it, you actually don't get the spawner back. Now, I don't know if that's a bug or they just intended it to be like that. So we're not going to waste all our spawners just placing them down to break them. So we place this down and now hopefully it just ends up spawning one. So I don't know if that's going to be the case. Oh, there we go. It's now in the funnel. And if we just like sit here with our mob sword. Now I believe the mob sword, again, it's got upgrades. You get auto cell, haste, sharpness, looting, strength. A lot of good ones. Spawner finder, essence booster, mob smasher, and then auto clicker, which maxing that out would be honestly insane. But right now we're not one hitting them, which is honestly very bad. We ain't got like sharpness or anything on this, so it's going to be wow. I'm sorry, why have these people got so much health? And now you take that much shots to die. But it does work, so let's just throw down. You can see time until it spawns, amount menu. We can just add an upgrade menu. Current spawn, invalid upgrades. You cannot upgrade this spawner anymore. So this amount, add all the ones you got. 64 spawners right there. Now we've got 97 all the way down here. Only problem is, it takes too long to kill them. So if we go to spawners, thinking what is something easy that we can kill? Maybe slimes? Let's purchase a slime. Let's throw this slime down. Now, hopefully this slime will fall down into here and we can kill it. Because we need to see, we need to find something that's relatively easy to kill. Because that way we can actually level up our sword. Because this thing takes way too much hits. And we're only 0.1% in leveling it up. Okay, so we can't actually kill them now with the level that we're at. So if you look at our swords, we go to mob levels, we can only kill slimes, but for some reason they don't spawn in. Zombies, we need to actually level up our sword once, which we're way far away from doing. So we need a wait for slimes ideally. However, you can kill any mobs with just a normal sword. That's not your mob sword. You just don't get the essence for it. Now we've got a blaze spawner going, so we can actually get XP. So what I want to see is if we can actually fit an iron golem down in here. So if I place you in, should have enough space to spawn in. Now iron golems, I don't know where they get placed on here. It doesn't look like they place at all actually. So it might just end up spawning in, and then if we can kill it and still get essence, we're farming them for now. Otherwise, we're just gonna make a temporary AFK farm. But it doesn't look like it's going to end up spawning in right here. Yeah, no, it is not. So this is not the outcome that I expected on this video. Slimes don't work at the time that I'm recording this, which is a shame. But we've got our mob grinder up and running, so we're just going to throw loads of mobs in there once they start to work. And hopefully we can progress through our sword. So once we start progressing through our sword, it will help us a lot with basically everything. But the episode's not being quite a fail, because what we're gonna do is I think it's time for us to use all those iron golem spawners and actually make ourselves an iron farm. Now my inventory is full, so sell all wheat. This is shook. Well, I was gonna say we'll throw all this out, but we kind of actually need it for the iron farm. Now again, hopefully they spawn. So I'm just gonna quickly harvest these. We're gonna place an iron golem spawner on our island and see if they spawn in there, so there'll be a lot more space. Okay, iron golems do spawn with a lot of space, and we can't kill them at all with the mob sword. So, time to get our farm up and running. So we're going to make it right here, and creepers are actually starting to spawn on top of here. God, we're not even a high enough level to kill them with there. But let's be real, the progress on this mob sword currently is awful. But slimes don't spawn, so until they do, I don't know what we can really expect. So, shop. Saying that, we'll start using this quartz brick right now, and we need the killing chamber. So just like this one, let's just bring it across a bit. It's gonna be a platform. We don't even need a killing chamber actually. I think here maybe we put some magma blocks. Magma blocks can kill it, and it should collect the items on top if we put a hopper below. So that is going to be, that's going to be what we're going to go for. So let's make it like this. Let's bring this up one. And we just need to build these walls high. So we're going to make this enough space so we can get a lot of spawners in. Because we're going to end up getting a lot of iron spawners, iron golem spawners, because that's going to be our source of money mainly. So we're going to quickly just carry on building this up, and then once it's built up to a decent size, we'll come back and we'll start putting in all our spawners, and we'll see if our killing mechanism works. Okay, there we go. We got them spawning. Now, the only thing is, if we don't put them near the middle, they actually go flying off the edge. That was the problem. I was stood here just watching them over here, and they just kept spawning off into the air up there and just falling straight into the void, which is not gonna get us anything. Now this one does not seem to be spawning at all. Now I believe that's because it's not like close enough to the ground. Maybe you can see here the magma is actually slowly killing them. It's not the most efficient, but it's doing the job. And we're just going to place all of them into this for now, because I know this one works. So I'm willing to just throw all the spawners I got into this. But shift right click, amount menu, add all that I've got. We've got 381 spawners in there. We just spawned 415 golems. Now, to do the collection system of this part, we should be able to grab ourselves some chests, which we may have to actually handcraft. Okay, so this should actually do the job. So if we do come back up into here, let's say we like through this iron, it doesn't collect. I thought it collected through magma. We might have to use a minecart hopper, which may cause some problems. So here is our alternative. Let's firstly get all these covered. Okay, so now if we do shop, go blocks, we get some wood, and we craft ourselves some signs. Just like so. Boom. It's a lot of signs. Now, realistically, what we should be able to do is place signs all along here. And all along here. Now we got the signs placed safe. We're going to miscellaneous and we grab ourselves a few lava buckets. Place one in that corner, place one in that corner. And then if we like place one there and there, should get all the blocks. Now what it won't get is the drops still. As we go into these chests, we can see they're not getting any drops. So what we need to do is we need to get rid of the magma blocks underneath all these guys, which is actually going to be very hard. And there we go. Now they all should be in the lava and they should start dropping their stuff in here. Now again, we run into the other problem of the server, where for some reason the iron golems don't drop. So like we've got a stack or whatever, we've got like 300 iron golems there. They're not all dropping their ores. We only get loot from one of them, which is a shame because we was hoping for this to be our money source. So you can see we're not getting too much because of, like I said, it's not stacking, which is quite upsetting, really. But nonetheless, we managed to get ourselves a blaze spawner going for the XP. We managed to get ourselves iron golems set up, which hopefully they end up dropping stacks soon. And another thing is we have 255,000 essence. So it seems. So we should be able to get 5 levels of this. No, we should not. That's 50. 5 levels, 55k. Our haste is currently level 1. We have to do it individually. Okay. There we go. Haste is maxed out. XP finder, we need to be level 3, so we can't really do that right now. Speed, honestly, doesn't matter. Auto cell would be nice, but I'm not gonna really waste it for that. So yeah, that should be fine. Again, these slimes are not spawning in. But yeah, farms up and running. Iron slowly coming in. Like if we sell this hand right here, sell hand, $55 for the 17. So it's not the best, but it's something. And that should also, if we do /is top, all that should go towards value. Now 330,000. Again, top one is 1.6 mil. So we're about an eighth or something of the way there, which isn't awful. But again, if you guys enjoyed this episode and would like to see more on AscendMC, then show some love by hitting the like button. Subscribe with bell notifications turned on, and I'll see you all in the next one.